A big welcome to you, Gemini. So I started Wim Hof breathing and I posted already a video, and I started Monday and today's the third day, and I went this morning and it was really cold. It was really like not the weather, it rained and it was really difficult. And you can see that the interesting thing with this, why I mention it, is like because we are, right, Sun is in Scorpio. So Scorpio is a water sign. And it said in the news that it's going to rain all day today. And it's interesting because the moon is in Gemini, which is an air sign, and it didn't rain. It rained in the night a little bit, but it didn't rain during the day, and it said it would rain all day. So I'm noticing, right, the differences. And now with going into the water, I mean, it's insane, right? This Wim Hof, you do the 3 times, these 30 deep inhales through the mouth, so you almost like hyperventilating. But what I want you to know about this is that the empowerment that we get by stepping out of a conform set of rules, a conformity that says this is how we do things, right? And always have been doing things. And that's what the death card, right, which we can see here, the sun, the external, the ego, is now letting go, is letting go of what was once a beautiful flower. And I found them outside, right, when I was driving to the place where I do the breathing and then I go into the lake. I found these beautiful flowers still outside on the way, where it's a beautiful street or bike lane even, right? So imagine now this is dying, right? This leaf is turning, it's shifting, it's changing, it's letting go. And that's what the card, the death card, says. It's letting go so something new can rise, like the sun is coming up between the 2 towers, right? Which is connected to the moon card. Pisces has the 2 towers very clearly. Cancer also has 2 towers, but it's more in the town, in the city, right? So, and again, the 2 towers, in the end, they become the 2 pillars of the Hierophant, or the 2 pillars of the High Priestess. And just checking if there's another 2 pillars, and of the Justice card, right? That's it. After that, there's no more pillars. There's no more foundation, in a sense of like we constructed something, right? So each time when you see a building or something that's just like, yes, we constructed that, we created something that we can go beyond these boundaries, right? Like something that we think we fixed in. And so here the white horse is coming, and the spiritual teacher, right, knows that it's a transformation. That's why he's also wearing the same color than the sun. The king, he got completely, you know, and the girl, she's not even looking. The child is, you know, interested in what's happening. So here we have the phoenix rising, and the yoga pose that I painted is the phoenix, right, behind this position of the Scorpio. Noon is the name of the card. Noon is fish, right, is the subconscious. And we're rising out of our subconscious. We're leaving all this that we think is a collective consciousness, a collective energy. We're going into a new earth, into a new seed, into a new transformation, allowing the feet to be above our head. No more thinking, no more this, we created an awareness, we, the I, the ego, wants to create that which we think is consciousness, right? But consciousness is this constant exchange, this constant shifting and going, you know, transforming itself. And so, of course, the leaves, right now, the orange, the yellow, the brown tone, that is why I painted it also like that. Then your card, of course, the Lovers, one of the most beautiful connection is that we find for the first time someone that we're facing, right? A relationship. And the number 6 is a holy number. The number 6 is the number of the mother. Is that I am not alone, right? So when you think of the evolution of the seed, which is the Fool, the Magician is the number 1. So it's the little seed with the circle around. And the second circle, the number 2, right? The High Priestess. That is when in Genesis they say, right? And let there be light, right? It's when 2 circles cross each other, it creates the Vesica Pisces. And our eyes are as well connected to that Vesica Pisces, the number 2. Then the 3 is the Empress, right? That's when, in a way, in the sperm or in that movement of the sperm, becomes the number 3, and the number 3 is then there's a third person, right? There is now the birth of a new creation happening. 4, the Logos comes in, the understanding. 5, the spiritual, right? The growth. When a leaf grows, there's always 1, then comes 3, and then comes 5, right? It's this irregular pattern. And the 6 is this number that says now you facing, there's 3 and 3, you facing another human being, right? Because 3 and 3 is 6, and 3 is when something is born, but in the 6 it's 2 facing each other. And of course here it's Perseus rescuing Andromeda from the sea serpent, and the sea serpent right here is now on the tree, right? Is Kundalini, is that sexual energy, is that passion that wants us to unite. And the original sin of the church is that very same act. And why it's called sex, 6 and sex, right? It's that 6 number, and the sex in itself is condemned, is like the woman who makes the man wanting, desiring, wanting her, and is called the original sin, is the one that is the sin, right? And it's all just because she is tempting the man. Otherwise the man, yeah, right? It's not the other way around. I mean, why is the woman the one that's him? Because he wants to go deep inside of her, right? He's the light. He is that higher consciousness. And here we see consciousness, the lower consciousness, the higher consciousness, right? Very interesting that they created, of course, out of her the lower consciousness, right? Or the subconscious. And in the subconscious, we have all what we know, all what we have lived is within her. Why? It's because it's the womb, it's the earth, is where all the seeds have been planted in her. He holds all the seeds, but a seed by itself, what can we do with the seed by itself? And the interesting thing is we can freeze his seeds, right? And place them in her, and she can, you know, give birth to the child. And of course, now we are playing with this next step in evolution. We're playing with this consciousness. Then I have created, of course, the card of Gemini, which is pigeon pose, one of the most hard opening positions there is. I mean, once you touch that foot, that toe, it's like it rips you open from pelvic all the way up to your throat, to the forehead, right? I mean, it's insane. And when you come out, you're just like, oh my God, I just opened myself like crazy. So of course I painted the red pointing down, the blue pointing up. Usually it's pointing the other way, and the green is the color of the heart chakra here in front of the hexagram. Again, hexagram, the number 6, the 6 card, right? 3 personality, but double, right? And so here, the symbol of the Gemini, showing us that this is an alchemical transformation of when water and fire come together, the water rises, right? The water goes up like steam, and the fire, when the water comes to the fire stays low. It doesn't burn all the way up. The only thing that goes up maybe is smoke, right? But then the fire stays down. So of course we could turn it around, and then it would make more sense, right, to see it like this, because when the fire goes up, the water goes up into steam, right? And when it's the other way, it goes down into the fire. The water makes the fire go out, right? So of course I'm having a fun with it. Then I have the other card, which is here more the star system is above you, right? And again, the same, but I didn't do the extra drop in the evolution of what would become of fire and what would become of water if these two come together, right? It's a very interesting combination. You are the Knight of Swords, your birthday for this card, court card. Remember, court cards are divided 16 times through the year, not 20, which is the page is not counted in there. It's only the knights, the queen, and the king. From the 10th of May to the 9th of June, that's your birthday, that's your court card. If not, you might be King of Pentacles or Queen of Cups, right? So check in the description box if you're not in this birthday. Good. So let's start with your reading. Remember, you're an air sign. There's more light on the days, and we like to eat fat on the days we have an air sign. Then the flower is connected to you. Then you are the shoulders and the arms and the hands, right? So that's also why this position, because when you get your hands towards your feet, something very profound starts to happen. Something so profound where you're like, oh my God, I mean, for you to be able to open up so much and grab your toe, right, in this position, it's like really heart opening, right? So that's why I picked this position, because again, for you to open up, you with your arms reaching back to that toe, it's like, yes, you open, right? So that's why I picked this pose, because there is no other pose that I could think of that's opening up the heart as much. There is the wheel, but it's just both hands and feet on the floor. I mean, you could walk your hands to your feet, right, and then create the full wheel, but nevertheless, there's no hip opener in there. And here, of course, there's a hip opener, right? The hip has to be open for you to have one leg here and the other one leg there. And when you learn teacher training, right, you know that the hip openers has 4 parts. Your hip is joined and is protected by 4 directions, right? North, south, east, and west. So in this position, we have included the hip opener, which includes sexuality, which includes the sexual act of creating the new generation, of creating this angel, right? Which is God, right? We create the next generation is God. The baby that a man and a woman together create is God. And when you understand that, right, then of course it makes sense to use this position, because here you're really open, sexually absolutely open, right? Now here in the Scorpio, right, of course we also have a sexual energy, but it's a different kind of sexual energy that we want to open. It's this mental, right? Allowing the feet, allowing the action to take over your sexuality, not just opening up your hips, right? It's otherwise it's just like, yeah, here, you know, it's like sex, right? And again, it's sex, 6, the number 6. Okay, so we start from the deck with a Queen of Swords, a Libra. Now again, look in the description box below if you have a Libra in your life, right? There you have the dates of this woman sitting up, looking ahead, right? In the in our way of looking, we go from right to left. And in the Hebrew, we go from the left to the right. So in a way here, I would say, in the Hebrew, she looks into the past. In our tradition, she looks into the future, right? So as you can see here, you have that one thought, or she has that one thought. So I feel that you have also one thought. She's single, very much like, because there's only one bird here in the picture. And there's not one other bird, right? There's not one other animal here. And you can see here in the flag is the symbol of the air. And she's high up in the mountains. And she is clearly saying, I know where I'm going. I know what I want, right? So let's see where she's coming from. Wow, right? You turned and created a cycle. And this is exactly what I was talking about, right? The 0, the second circle, the third circle, the fourth, the fifth, and here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles, 6 points in your card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles sticking out. And then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. So of course the hexagram for you, very strong. And again, exactly what I said, right? When we create creation with the flower of life, we have one circle, and then we have the second circle, and the light was created. Let there be light. This is the mathematical formula of an eye, right? So we can see, so 2 circles create the light, create the sight. 3 circles, 4 circles, 5 and 6 circles, and the world is created. The 7th circle around the first flower of life, the creation of the sperm, the creation on the 7th day is Sunday, right? And here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. I mean, it's beautiful with her in the dress as having a little bit of the rainbow, right, in her. So you will realize something, a world, and it happened on this full moon in Taurus. The last full moon, right, was in Taurus, was about financial, was about real estate, was about clearly something. And look, she's looking at all of this. You're looking at it, right? You're looking at these 3 cards. Very, very beautiful, right? So, but if I would do it the European way, right? This is the Hebrew way. The Hebrew way, she looks at these cards. Right? This is the Hebrew way. She looks at where she came from. And then the other way, the European way, she has it in her back and she knows where she's coming from. She knows that she dived deep at this full moon. She knew that she is the world, and now she's thinking what I'm gonna create, where I'm gonna go. Beautiful. And where are you going, my dear Gemini? You are going to somewhere amazing. You came up in your reading. And I love it because here in her card, she doesn't have a horse anymore. It's not fast enough. Here, motorcycle, right? You are like, okay, let me get into the modern version. This is the only one that has not a horse in it. It's like, I need faster. This is not fast enough. So here you are. That one thought, right, gives you, helps you to move, to run, to pursue that one thought. You're like, that's it. Hell yes. Page of Cups. Falling in love. Or flying in love, like the star, like the age of Aquarius. You are flying into the age of Aquarius. You're not afraid of going up there because you're also an air sign. Aquarius is an air sign. It's Aquarius, everybody thinks it's a water sign because it's the water bearer. No, it's an air sign. You flying up there. You are not afraid to go up and look up at the star. And the star now is androgynous. We come from a religion that was, right, Gemini, Taurus, Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, because the 25,000-year wobble is going backwards. It's not going forwards like we have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, etc., right? No, it's going backwards. So imagine, right, when the time was in the age of Gemini, it was equal, right? The people were equal. They were like, no one looked at the other and said, well, I'm better than you. Then came Taurus, right? A male energy. Taurus was creating the Hindu, the old tradition of the religion, right? Where they worshipped the calf, worshipped the cow, and in India still the cow is worshipped. Then Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 10 commandments, and he was angry seeing the people worshipping still a calf, and he broke the tablets, right? He broke the 10 commandments and said, no, we're breaking the tablets, we're breaking the law, right? I'm breaking the law, and we're going into the age of Aries, and the age of Aries is Aries again. It's the male animal. It's not the lamb. They put the lamb somewhere, but the lamb gets killed all the time. It's the female, right? They're killing the female, but the ram, they're blowing into the horns, and the ram is the and Taurus is right? So it's masculine, right? So since 2,500 years in Taurus, masculine energy, 150 years in Aries, right? Then came Joshua, who releases us from Aries and goes into the age of Pisces and says again, hey, again a male, right? Even though Pisces, it's like, as an animal, right? It's like, okay, it's already a little bit fishy. We cannot see really a male fish or female fish, but maybe I'm being unjust, but maybe you can see, but I will research on that one, right? So then we have again a male leading the path, right? Telling us how do we live these 2,150 years in the age of Pisces. And again, it's that religion, all the male religion, all the patriarch religion, right? Where we go and say, okay, I mean, only a priest, why not a priestess, right? Only a rabbi, why not a female rabbi? Only a guru, even the Hindu, even the in the Himalayan, even the gurus, the lama, right? I mean, slowly there's female lamas coming, but it's still the Dalai Lama is a man, right? It's all man all the time, man. Where's the woman? And now we're going into the age of Aquarius. Now look, what is this water bearer? Again, it's a man, but it's the star, and the star is androgynous. There's no more male or female energy, right? And the man, the water bearer, is collecting the water. Only women used to collect the water. A man wouldn't do that. Now again, we're becoming equal, right? But it will still take some time. But you are seeing that, you are going there, and you are falling in love, and you know these new hopes and dreams are in the new technology, right? That you are seeing. Okay, the second row, and again, remember, I'm not reading row by row. I'm reading central card and what's revolving around, right? I'm reading circular. So then you have the Tower, right? Something really is just letting go. You really, it's breaking apart. The crown, the corona, the crown is falling, right? In the most of the text, it's always a tower. The tower is Mars, and the crown is falling down because Mars is war, Mars is aggression, Mars is, I'm just looking because I don't know all of the planets' meanings yet, right? But it's also courage. So here we get from above a lightning strikes, right? And look at that, there is these butterflies liberating itself out of this, right? And here you are walking away, right, with the feathers, 4 feathers, and 3 ravens are sitting there, right? It's the 7th of sword. And again, the 7th of sword is moon in Aquarius. Moon in Aquarius means that you're sneaking away because you don't want to make a commitment. But I feel like you got this enlightenment and you are walking away, and you are walking to a deeper love, because this is Scorpio, the King of Cups. You are walking towards a deeper love. You are transforming, right, in this month of Scorpio. Look at the description box below, the dates where this is happening, or where maybe a person might come to you, right, or is in your life and is helping you to hold this deep love that this king is able to give. He is the deepest. He's in the middle of the ocean. He's not sitting at the shore. He's sitting right in the middle of the ocean. And you know mentally you want to go there, right? Because this has woken you up again, right? You keep waking up. You keep realizing things. And then what's happening here in the last row is a Sagittarius is coming to you, and Sagittarius is, again, look, he has the horse, but again, he's not sitting on it. He's drumming, he's having fun, he's enjoying himself. And the horse is jumping up of joy to the drumming of the beats, right? And you want to live a happy life. You want to go and enjoy yourself. And in a way, Sagittarius is opposite you, right? Because that's where then the angel, the alchemical energy of these 2 elements, water and fire, it's the angel that just pours, right? There is no more human beings involved anymore. There's just this angel back here is left, and the 2 people are now He is the cup of water, he's the cup of fire, and she's the cup of water, right? No more humanness. There is just certain emotions, and he plays with it, and you really love to play with it. Now here we have the 10 of Wands, and that's Saturn in Sagittarius, right? So be careful, because this is Sagittarius, right? So be careful that you not do too much, even doing too much partying, right? Look how she has painted her. She's coming back down already, because the 10 of Wands goes up, right? Goes up to the mountain, but again, in a way, the 10 is down. It's Malkut in the Kabbalistic tradition, right? Keter is the crown, and Malkut is earth, and Malkut is down in the 10 Sephirot, right? These numerations from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 is down here, and the crown is up, right? So 10, even though you would think, wow, she did a lot, she already is going down, right? You have understood, okay, don't do too much action. And then what happens is you start, by doing that, by doing less, by not thinking too much of like, okay, how I'm gonna go about into the future, you're gonna find self-love, you're gonna find maybe the true love, you're gonna find someone coming into your life that's really there for you, really wanting to live your life with you. All right, but always at first self-love, right? That's the first thing that I look at. I don't like to do always these love readings, right? And of course, we could think that here for the people in this row, right, you have the star, you have Scorpio, and you have the heart. It could be that you have find a love with the Scorpio, with the star, but also here the Page of Cups. But this is young people, very young people, a young outlook, right? This is until like 18 or 20, right? And the Sagittarius, right? So maybe you find rather a love with the Sagittarius, because the Sagittarius is in this row, even though I read it circular, right? Okay, so okay, right away, first row, Six of Waters. And the Six of Waters, it's really beautiful because it's the Sun in Scorpio, right? So again, we see that you want to connect to a deeper love, and this is memories. This is a love that you maybe had before, and that's why you hoping to fall in love again. That's why you have this one thought, right? You have this one thought. You would love to fall in love again, and you do everything, right, to get that. And yes, you will have a young generation helping you with that, because you remember that, and that's why you are dreaming, hoping, wishing, and looking up at this beautiful star, right? And the stars, we can see them reflected sometimes here in the water, right? That she is part of, right? She's part of this higher consciousness. So yes, you do really want to be in love. I can see that. You want to be in love, right? But now the middle row, but because this is your central card, I'm going to read this card for you, because it can mean many things, and I cannot remember all of the meanings of this card, right? It's like I'm not a computer. So the Seven of Swords here means deception or betrayal. That's always the first one, right? But I don't feel that. I mean, with the Tower, right, could be, okay, something is leaving, is deception, betrayal is leaving, taking only what's needed, right? That's also another beautiful one. The universe bearing witness to true intention. So you're having true intentions to go towards love, right? Because the Scorpio, the King of Wands, the King of Cups is right there. Getting away with something, being strategic, being grateful for the resources you have, and moving silently and quickly. I think kind of moving silently and quickly. You realized something, right? This gave you hope. Something came to you, right? Remember, the full moon, the world came to you. A new thought. Wow, now I see under the moon, I see the Ace of Swords. Yeah. You had a powerful thought. You have this one thought. You have this one way of thinking. And this is something you love to do, right? You, of all people, are looking for awareness. You, of all people, want to, hold on, just turning around a page. You, of all people, are looking for awareness, exactly, right? You searching for awareness. This is something you love to do. It's part of what Gemini is about, right? Each of them have one sentence, one word, one clear connection. And I feel you in that awareness, right? You walking towards this King of Cups is bringing you not the negative, but rather you learned your lesson with the Tower. You learned your lesson in this time, in this difficult time, right? And you are moving forward. And I know right now the election's happening, and I've been following it, right? Because I lived in New York for 17 years. And I really can see that a big movement is happening. And it's almost like it's this telling that something is leaving, right? Because it's also Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is stronger and stronger, where people cannot be bullshit anymore. Bullshit by people who just think about making money, lots of money, and keeping that money and walking away and just getting away with it, right? And I feel like you know all about that, right? So let me just get one card for what the Seven of Swords, right? And the Tower, of course. Because it's like you walking towards the King of Wands. And King of Wands, I keep saying King of Wands, the King of Cups. You walking towards the King of Cups. And King of Cups is love. It's like the deepest love we could ever even think of. So coming back to this morning when I went into the lake, I mean, it was so cold, and now I have such hot feet. It's like, it's almost like it's really, it's funny. It's like a pleasure. I feel the heat in my feet right now. And it's like, I just love it right now. I feel like this is this, right? This is like this. It feels like I was dancing all night and my feet are hot, but it's a different hot. It's like, it's this internal hot, warmth, but not a heat of hot, but warm and beautiful. I feel it right now, right? So, okay. So, doesn't want to come out, doesn't want to reveal what's the Seven of Swords about, right? And interesting enough, I just see 7-7. Oops. This is the Tower, 17, and this is 7. Is it? Oh no, sorry, 16. Card number 16, the Tower, the number 7. 7-7, there is a big message. So please give me the message. Please. Okay. 3 more. Okay. I was gonna say it, then they come out. I know where you're going. Sorry about my coughing. By the way, just now I'm gonna take a sip. So it's not a negative trait, right? I feel it's like I feel it's taking only what's needed with you to go here, to go to the deeper love and to the 10 of Cups. I mean, it's just like beautiful. Taking only what's needed. The universe bearing witness to true intentions. I feel you have true intentions to go the path of love. You are strategic, right? Being strategic, being grateful for the resources you have, moving silently and quickly. I mean, I really feel that's what it is. It's not a negative card for me. I don't feel it. So you go and, yeah, things sometimes have to leave us, right? Or have to, the lightning has to strike so that there is a liberation, like these butterflies. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies coming out. Four butterflies coming out of this lightning, right? Beautiful. Okay, then, so you have the Ace of Cups and you have the 10 of Cups, right? So the last row, give me a card for the last row. Okay. So you definitely look how he has evolved. The Knight of Wands has evolved into the King of Wands. This is Sagittarius. This is Leo. And it's happening very fast that you falling in love with a new idea, with a new creation, with a new action, and it's happening very fast, or you falling in love with Leo, right? And it's gonna happen very fast. What's underneath the deck? Last card. Ooh. 9 of Air. Completion in the way of thinking, right? Even though it's looking like 9, you have these nightmares. 4 of Air is meditation, right? And underneath, patience. Patience is the counterpart of you. Patience is what I said, the guardian angel. That's just playing with water and fire, right? With the 2 cups, it's temperance. Here is called patience, temperance. So basically you are transforming through the Ace of Cups. You are transforming into your alchemical opposite, right? Because the Gemini, and the opposite of it is Sagittarius, right? And again, you have Sagittarius already in here as the court card. And now you are showing me that you really going, because the alchemical shift from awareness, which is you searching all the time for awareness. And Sagittarius experiences awareness, and it shows me that you, even though you go through a transformation, the number 9 is transformation, but the 4 as that meditation, as that deeper look within you, are understanding how to experience. There is a big shift happening within you. Very beautiful. Such a gorgeous reading. It shows the path, it shows how you work, it shows how you think, it shows how you feel. I mean, this is why I love doing these readings, right? Each time I'm like surprising myself. I'm like, oh my God, look at what's talking, how it's talking to me. And each time, of course, I'm getting better and better at it, at learning each card's meaning. And then eventually I can look beyond the card meaning, and I can go into more an intuitive energy that I feel how you looking back again at yourself when you had that one thought. Even though Libra, right? It doesn't matter. It's you. All these cards are you. So you're looking back at that one thought and you're like, yes, I did it. I did it, and I know how I did it. I went deep, right? I let go more of thinking, and I went into meditation. And even though, right, you had this brilliant spark, this idea, and the lion energy of a king of wands to make it happen, right? But it could also be, there's a Leo coming, because look how beautiful here. He is ready to come to you. Awesome. Patience. Have patience. It's coming. Allow and trust. Trust the process. Trust the process, going from awareness to experience, right? Awareness to experience. Awareness to experience in the month of transformation. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.